Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday night. Merry Christmas to everyone who is going to be celebrating this weekend. It is December 21st, 2023. We are the two men in a room. This is our podcast. I am Anthony from Orlando and my co host.
I'm Vernell, also from Orlando, and Anthony and myself would like to wish each and every one a Merry Christmas. Which would be Monday. It's a lot
Right.
going on in Orlando. Anthony and myself, we kind of like figure out, what gift people are buying. What about the traffic out there? So, Anthony, are you doing anything special for Christmas?
Special? No, not really
No,
anything.
no. Uh,
Uh, Going to see family. That's about it.
okay, well, I just think going to see family is special because a lot of people out there don't really get to see family or have the means to go see their family for Christmas. And I know a lot of flights and highways and byways are going to be booked and packed. I know I got to go to Tampa to get my grandbaby, but I kind of like Christmas. I like to see the joy in people when they get gifts and open them and hoping they like their gifts, I guess. So, have you ever experienced anything like you bought someone something and they didn't really like the gift? Or someone bought you a gift and you didn't like it? So, it was like deep down inside, it was a bummer.
No, because even if you get a bad gift, you kind of just smile and take it and kind of walk
Exactly.
away.
Right.
But it's the obligation of like giving gifts and having to go see family that I just don't like about this time of year. It's 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 like everybody feels they have to do it rather than you want to do it. Like in the middle of June, if someone's buying you a gift or coming to visit you or even just giving you a phone call, that's a great thing because it's out of the blue. They thought about you. They thought, hey, I should get you something. And here's a special present for you being you. It's no obligation to get it this time of year is, well, I gotta make a list. I gotta go get these gifts for these people, even though I don't even like half these people. So I don't like it for that. It's the obligations that come with the holiday that I think is something I just don't like.
Okay.
Like I tell people, like, don't get me anything. Don't get me anything. I don't really need anything, but if I did want anything, I'd want you to just get it when you think you can get it for me. Like, don't let me just put it on my credit card so I can just go get it for them. Like, don't do that. If you're in a store in the middle of March, you see something, you think, oh my gosh, Anthony would love this. Get it then for me. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. But don't like just be like, oh, well, it is a holiday, so I got to go get him something. So let me go over to Macy's. Let me see if I find something. And okay, I got something for him. So, and I know everybody doesn't have the obligation feeling, but some people do. And I'm driving through traffic today, and everybody's down here for the holidays. I feel like it's the obligation to take your family to Disney for Christmas because it's so wonderful. And it's like, no, just stay at your own damn home. Get off my street. I don't want you here. It's too crowded. There's no parking. It's terrible. So, no, bah humbug if I sound like that. But you know, it's gotten to that point where everything's back up to normal, and now I kind of wish for COVID Christmas of 2020 when there was nobody out here, and I could walk into a store, someone would say hi, I'd say hi, we're 6 feet apart, and there was nobody else around. It was awesome.
So, are you
Now
the
that everybody's
Grinch?
back,
Are you the Grinch that stole Christmas this year?
I'm like this every year. It always seems every year around this time, I get jammed up with stuff that I got to do for next year, and I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have patience. I don't have anything to want to handle what's going on right now. I don't have a Christmas spirit. I don't know why it is. My mother would probably say, "Well, it was your childhood or something," but I had a wonderful childhood. We gave gifts. Everybody had gifts. So we had a Christmas tree. It was all wonderful. So it wasn't like a childhood thing. It's just now, like, I don't know. Maybe it's I don't have kids, so I don't see like that Christmassy feeling anymore. I don't, care about where Santa is and what he's doing. Like, I just don't have that feeling. I don't know. What about you? Sorry, I'm just bringing everybody
I
down here.
know. Okay, so
What do you got?
let me tell you about my debacle. So
Okay, go.
I would buy myself something for Christmas. So I decided that I was gonna get a new iPhone and get my granddaughter my old iPhone, which was in excellent condition. So I went to Spectrum because Spectrum is my provider. So me and my two nieces, we went to Spectrum. So I decided to look at the Motorola Razor. So the guy was trying to tell me, hey, it was great, the features, blah blah blah. So he had the salesman had the phone. So I
Mm,
looked at it, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna change from Apple and go to this new phone. So I got the
yeah.
phone. It was okay. I can't lie. It had great features, but I guess I'm so used to iPhones. So it is what it is. So the other day, I just, in my spirit, I just had to go get my iPhone back.
Mm,
So I was in a rush. I got on OBT and Holden, trying to make a left on Holden to go Orange Avenue way, trying to get to all the way to Cimarron to the Spectrum over there. So my sister called me. She said, "Well, don't you have a Spectrum over there by where you stay by Millennium?" I'm like, "Yes." So I got. So she said, "Well, you could go there." I was like, "Okay."
mm.
So it's bad enough I was fighting this traffic and my anxiety done shot through the roof. So
Yeah.
I turned around. Now
Yeah.
you know the
Spectrum store
millennial,
is a Spectrum store.
yeah. So I went to the Spectrum store in Millennia. It took me forever to get there because of the traffic. So all just to find out, they told me I had to go back to the Spectrum on Cimarron because that's where I bought the phone from. And I'm like, are
What?
you kidding me? I'm like, why? Just what? Is y'all not one entity? I'm just not getting Spectrum. You know, ooh, they driving me insane, first of all. So
Mm,
I go back to the Spectrum. Finally, I get there after an hour and a half. I finally made it.
mm.
For me to go in there, they say, oh, it's going to be a $50 restocking fee. Come back tomorrow and maybe I can have the manager to override. I say, listen, I'm not coming back tomorrow. I was already mad because of the traffic. Then you talking about a stupid restocking fee. I say, I paid the
So
$50.
you weren't trying to just return the phone, right?
I was just
When
trying to
they're
swap it.
swap it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So there shouldn't be a
So
restocking fee for that.
it was a $50 restocking fee. They so
Oh my
stupid. So I said, okay, while you doing whatever you need to do because I'm tired of waiting on him, I ran down to Ross. For me to come out of Ross, they got 20 police cars surrounding this one individual in a white BMW laid out on the ground. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go back in Spectrum.
God.
He said, hey, you came back just in time. I'm almost done with your phone. I said, did you switch everything? He said, well, no, you was gone, so I couldn't switch it, so you have to do it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Just give me the
Oh
phone.
my
I need to
gosh.
go. So when I get outside to go to my car, it's surrounded. I can't leave because all the
Mm-mm.
police officers. And I'm like, I'm over Spectrum. It was just too much. It's
Oh
the
my gosh.
restocking fee. One Spectrum don't support the other Spectrum facility. It is Spectrum just really need to get it together. I'm going back to T-Mobile. Um,
Mm,
and the only reason I did went through all this because my grandbaby just wanted and needed a phone. And the two previous phones, the A14 or the A4 or whatever she was getting, um,
mm,
those are crap. Both times that Spectrum sent them out to me, I had to send them back. So I was like,
mm.
it is what it is. But I'm over spectrum. So I can see where you're saying the traffic is just immense right now, cause of the
Right.
holiday. I love Christmas. I guess cause my grandbaby, I'm going to go get her tomorrow, and she gonna have her Christmas here with me, and um, but I just don't think it's the same when I was a child or when I was growing up because it just don't seem Christmassy.
I'll tell
Now
you
it's just
what,
like, okay, it's
the
Christmas.
the gifts were simpler back then.
You
It
think
was like, what do
so?
you want? Yeah, it was like, what do you want? Well, I just want a video game system. Okay, I go to Walmart, get a video game. Here you go. It's a great gift.
Well, no,
Or,
because
oh, I want some new clothes. Okay, well, what's everybody wearing? Oh, okay, I can get you a pair of pants or a nice sweater or something. Like those were great gifts to get. You get to wear it, you get to have it. It's fun. Now it's like you got to be like, what's the latest and greatest technology stuff, so they can sit there with their mind put into a computer, and it's not fun gifts anymore.
well,
It's like,
this one gift that I had to have when I was a little child, and it
hmm,
was the green machine. And my
okay.
mom agreed to buy me the green machine. But I didn't know this, I was real little. And my mom bought me this big green machine. And she said, well, you better have the green machine home before, nightfall. I said, okay, mom. When I tell you this green machine was so big, I cried because I couldn't get the green machine home. I said, so I ran to my sister. I said, listen, y'all gotta help me. Please help me. And they was killing themselves laughing at me because the green machine was so huge. And I was just this little boy. And I was so scared I was gonna get in trouble about this big green machine. So I needed help getting the green machine home so I wouldn't get in trouble because it was so
Hmm.
huge. And me and my family we bring that up every now and then. But I guess I can see where you coming from because back then, we was always outside playing. We had iron skates and we had a parachute. We had all these friendly things where not only us, the neighbors are joining us. Nowadays it's like, oh, I want a computer or I want an iPad or I want a cell phone. They just stay in the house or whatever and do what they do. You don't see all the bicycles, all the skates. You don't see that.
Nerf balls.
Yeah, you don't
Like
see that
a $20
anymore.
Nerf ball. Now they want a $500 PS5.
Yes, yes,
It's like,
yeah. So I just think we out of that age and this new era that we going in and leaning towards when it comes to technology. Like I'm not a PlayStation person,
mm-hmm.
um, but I don't care about PlayStation 4, 5. I don't care about the what it is, Nintendo Switch. I don't care about none
Right.
of that. But I got nephews and my son, my niece, they like, oh, I want a PlayStation 5. I'm like, well, that's $500, right? It's just crazy. But to each his own. I normally buy myself something for Christmas, but I haven't this year. Besides this, I guess this new phone.
Mm-hmm.
But do you buy yourself something for Christmas or no?
I sometimes do, because I'll usually see something on a really good price and I'll say, okay, if I don't grab it now and I wait till later, I won't get that price. So if I see something, I'll grab it. And it'll usually be something small.
Hmm.
I don't think I've bought anything big for Christmas, but usually like a movie or something. I'm like, oh, okay, that movie's on DVD now. Let me grab it when I can grab it at a good price. Or, if like pair of shorts or something, if I
Hmm.
really like that style and it's on sale, I'll be like, oh, okay, grab it now. But that's kind of that. I'm trying to think what the best Christmas gift I ever got was.
All right, be careful because somebody on watching now.
No, I know, but I really do think like. and it's gonna sound weird, but yeah, we got the first Nintendo, the NES system for Christmas, and that's one of those that I always remember getting.
Hmm.
But I mean, it was a hell of a lot cheaper back then. So, but playing that on Christmas Day, I do remember that. So that was really a fun gift to get. Uh, and oh, something I've had since I was a kid is my bathrobe. I got it as a Christmas gift, and I still have it
So the
because
so it's kind of sentimental to you.
yeah. So in our family, we always bought things about 2 or 3 sizes too large because we
Uh
just all grow into it.
huh.
So like I had a Buffalo Bills coat bought for Christmas that was like a 2X or XL or something. So it lasted with me all the way up till high school, I think. And then that robe I got when I was like 12, something like that. I still have it to this day. It's
Okay.
comfortable. It is so comfortable.
Well, because my
So
question was to you. I was getting ready to ask you, is there anything in your house sentimental to you? But I guess the robe is.
I guess yeah, yeah, the robe
How long you had this robe?
gotta be 30 years or close to 30 years. Yeah.
Really? Are you ever
Yeah.
planning on just replacing it with a new robe or
No, it hasn't deteriorated at all. It really
really?
hasn't. Yeah. There's a photo of me when I'm a kid and it's like kind of down to my feet. And
Uh-huh.
now I put it on and it's just regular size.
Okay. Oh, wow. I mean,
And yeah, they used to build stuff back in the day of really good quality that would last forever if you treated it well.
okay, now that you mention that, do you
So
know anything about, I guess, fisherman knit?
Fisher, no, is that a brand or
Knit. It's a
mm-mm.
material. It's a yarn or anything.
Okay?
Um, I just bought a shirt
Mm-hmm.
and it was made out of that, and that's supposed to be like back then. It was supposed to be the best knit that could be made. And it was like a sweater that fishermen used to wear during the winter. And I seen one
Ooh, okay,
online,
yeah.
and I bought it, and I did research, and they were saying like they don't make these anymore. And
Is
but
it from like Ireland or Scotland?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a wool out there that when they make sweaters, those things last forever. They'll keep
Well,
you so
I
warm and last forever.
I bought one.
It's
I bought one.
yeah, it's a good investment then. It's good. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know about Florida. It's like, what are you gonna wear 3 days out of the
Well,
year here?
it's just a short sleeve sweater.
Oh, it's okay,
Um,
okay,
so nothing major, but
okay.
I did a little research, and like you say, back then they used to make good quality stuff. Back then as well. We probably didn't think so, but they did.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
yes.
yeah, but I like Christmas. I just think, like, do y'all cook as a family? Do you? I mean, like, what kind of food you like for Christmas? It's just different. Like, things ain't the same to me because the whole house used to be lit up. Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
everybody used to stay and be up under one roof, and we couldn't sleep because Mama like go to bed. You not open up. You get to open up one gift Christmas Eve, and then the rest Christmas Day. But you had to go to sleep, and but we'll wake up by 2 o'clock in the morning. Mom, we can open up our gifts. See, they don't do that no more. It's
Mm.
just I don't know. It's just so different now. So. I think kids don't know what it used to be like back in the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s.
I think it's you see everything now. Like the curtain's been pulled back on a lot of stuff. Everything's more in your face,
Right.
especially watching like videos and any social media and stuff. Like back in the day, like kids would. All right, kids, if you're watching, go walk into another room, go use the bathroom,
Oh
something.
gosh.
All right, so you would probably believe in a certain figure. All right, they should be gone, Santa. So probably you were about like 14 or 15 back in the day. And now there's like 7-year olds who are telling other kids like Santa ain't real, that's just your mom
Right,
and dad.
right,
And
right.
it's like, dude, you're 7 years old. You're already hitting reality now. Like, have a little imagination, have a little fantasy, like, have a little, be able to be a kid and have fun.
You
It's
think the
like
problem is,
crazy now.
like we are asking our kids now, what do you want for Christmas instead of just buying it for them?
No, because you had Christmas lists back in the day.
Well,
Like,
because
I
I
don't
asked my
know if,
grandbaby what she want for Christmas, and she told me. I was like, okay.
because they used to release the Toys R Us toy book, I think, a couple days after Thanksgiving. And even before that was around, there'd always be like the J.C. Penney book or the Sears catalog where you would, wait for that to come in the mail, get it, start opening the pages and start writing down, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. Oh, I need that in my size. And there's no more catalogs, so kids don't get that good feeling again. They just try to like watch commercials and say, "Hey, I want that," or "Ooh, my friend's got that, so I want that." There's no more like excitement to think you might get this stuff.
Well, what about
You
Toys
just
R
kind
Us?
of
Because you
expect it.
you mentioned Toys R Us. We don't even have a Toys R Us anymore.
They're starting to try to come back. I think they opened a few stores in New York, or they're trying to open some smaller stuff. But I think Target and Walmart kind of picked up where they left off. So
What do
I
you
don't know
really
if they
think that
release a
because
catalog.
Toys R Us was nothing but a toy store? So I just don't think
You
they're
know
gonna
what
be
I
able
learned
to
about it?
compete.
I learned about this from somebody who's a bit older than me too. They used to have great prices on diapers, and they would actually be losing money selling diapers there because it would bring the family in because you'd have to go pick up diapers, and if you had an older kid and a younger kid, the older kid would come with you. They'd be in the store. They'd want, oh, I want that toy. Oh, I want that video game. Oh, I want that, bicycle or whatever. And you'd end up, either trying to buy it or buy it at the time. So it was a great way to get extra sales in by just giving such a low price on diapers.
That's
Like,
good though.
that's pretty good advertising
Yeah, that
right
was a that
there.
was a
That
nice
was a good
strategy. That
idea
was a
by
nice
somebody.
strategy. Yeah, I don't blame
Yeah.
her. Yeah, I mean, I like. I don't know. I like Walmart as far as I guess I take my grandbaby there, and she'll just like she'll walk down every toy aisle there is until she figure out what she wanted. And it don't be that serious to me, but whatever. I mean, I don't really care for Walmart as far as going grocery shopping because I hate it because of the line and all that. But I
You're
don't
getting me
know.
nostalgic here. Can I go off on a little rant?
Uh huh.
Okay, so the great thing about Toys R Us was that it was a toy store. There was nobody really in there. So if you wanted to get on a bike, you could ride that bike around a couple different aisles. If you wanted to get into one of the big wheels, you could drive the big wheels around the store. Nobody was going to say anything to you. They had a whole aisle with the video games, and they would have a little trial set right there. So you could
Oh
use the
wow.
controller, and the TV screen would be about eye length. So about, maybe a little higher for shorter kids, but it was basically mid-level on the rack. So you could sit there for hours playing. You go into a Walmart now, that screen is about 7 feet in the air where you have to look up the whole time playing, which is very uncomfortable. So you don't end up playing all that much. And then there's so many other people in there that you can't try out the bicycles, you can't try out the Hot Wheels because you might hit somebody else in there. And
Yeah,
it's not, the excitement's not there. Like when you went to Toys R Us, there was an excitement that this was a toy store. We were gonna have fun no matter what aisle you were on. There was gonna be somebody having fun, and you could talk to other kids in there. There'd be groups of kids in there all talking about, oh, did you see the action figure? And he comes with that extra, accessory, and oh, we got to get the vehicle for them too and stuff. Like it was like a comic book shop for young kids. A lot of older kids went into comic book shops after that and still had that social atmosphere about it. But it's like when you're at Walmart, you don't want to talk to anybody in there. You're just like, get your stuff and get out. So it was such a like social atmosphere there that a lot of places are losing. They just want you come in, buy your stuff, and leave so we get the next people in.
Right. Well, we just hope that each and every one have a nice Christmas, make it special, and enjoy family. So, in the other news, Anthony, have you heard the new name for the Orlando Arena?
I saw a report and I saw them kind of hanging some of the letters on there. Do you know the name?
No.
It's called the Kia Center. Same name as the automobile company, KIA. So the Amway Center here in Orlando is no longer Amway. It is now called the Kia Center. Uh, I don't know how most people feel on it because it's kind of just the naming rights. So I'm guessing Amway didn't have enough money to continue a contract, and then Kia, which if you've been in the center, they actually have some platforms up around mid-level that have the Kia cars on there. Last
Right.
time I was there, they had a Kia Optima up there, and I think a Sportage or something I think was up there.
Right.
So they've had some sponsorship inside the center for a while, and I think they just decided to pull the trigger and say, "Yeah, we want the name on the side of the building now. So how much? Here you go. Boom."
Okay. So it's interesting that you said that who don't have the money.
Amway.
Okay, why Amway don't have the money?
I don't. I know they are either run by or affiliated with the DeVos family, and I believe one of them was the Secretary of Education at one time. So I think they possibly have some more political ambitions they might go after. So as far as I know, I believe they're in the medical field, and medical's still doing really well. But perhaps there's a lot of high money people that right now that are starting to pull their money out of stuff, and it's a little strange because they haven't mentioned what they're gonna like go into next. So this may be them just kind of saying, okay, we don't want to put out as much money right now. We're gonna maybe hold it for something else. Maybe they're gonna acquire a new company next year or something. So they don't want to tie up too much funding into just putting your name on the side of a building. I mean, it's probably cheaper just to buy a YouTube commercial at this point.
Well, is it
So
because the I know this finna sound crazy.
go
Is it
ahead.
because the Magic's not winning anything?
They were actually on a pretty good run this season. Now I know it's only what is it now December, but in October into November they actually had I think a 10-game winning streak, and they looked like they were doing okay. So I think they're actually starting to get better. They've
What?
acquired players, had them for a couple of years, so they're starting to show what they've got. You might make it to the seventh or eighth seed in the playoffs. Nobody cared about that in-season tournament last month. Like nobody cared. Nobody even knew it was going on. So the Lakers winning it was like, who really cares?
Right. I just
But
think the Orlando Magic, and what's the name of their soccer?
it's the
Uh,
Orlando City Lions,
yeah,
but they mostly just call them Orlando City. So
it's just
which
whatever. It's just whatever. Neither one is winning, so it's like
I mean, they had a run into the playoffs. They didn't get far, but they got into the
right.
playoffs.
Right. That's the problem. They didn't get far. They just need to revamp both teams to they need to make it to the playoff at least one time.
Right.
At least one time. Neither one is making it to the playoffs. So it's like people that's supporting them is like, okay, what's the point? Why are we still supporting them? because you can lose a lot of fans like that because you're not making it.
Well, they don't have the flash. Like Orlando hasn't had a good like a flashy player since Dwight Howard. That was their last flashy player. Like no one really is putting their name out there too much. They're doing some stuff off the court, but it's not getting a lot of traction. Orlando City doesn't really have anybody that you know. Like Miami just got Lionel Messi, one of the greatest players in the world, and they got him on their team. It helps David Beckham being there because he was able to talk to him and be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get. This is what the city's like. You're going to love it here. It's awesome. Come play. It's going to be so easy. So we don't have anybody with that cachet. I was hoping Shaq would put up a group and buy the Magic. So then players would say, oh, okay, Shaq's here. He's running the team. I want to get on his team. I want to win some championships.
Well, do anybody even care about Shaq?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's still doing Papa John's.
Well, don't nobody care about that.
He's still doing DJ Diesel sets at shows. People are loving that. He's still on NBA on TNT arguing with Charles Barkley.
I mean, he just to me, it's just not a household name for people to run out and say, "Oh, Shaq got this team, so I want to." It's just not giving me that.
Oh, he's big at LSU, his old alma mater. He still talks to the incoming classes and everything, and does a lot of stuff there.
Okay,
so
Shaq,
it kind of
LeBron, they're gonna run a LeBron wave versus Shaq wave. They had day wave.
LeBron's on his way out. He's got maybe a year or two left. He's just waiting for his son Bronny to come into the NBA. He'll play one season together with him. Yes, so they can play together, and then I think he'll retire, and he'll maybe try to get into management of it. He may try to buy into the Lakers, or he may try to buy into the Cavaliers, and be a management position somewhere on there. But I think he's still trying for a championship, but he can't pull players together anymore like he could.
Because do you feel like he's pulling the whole team by himself, or
for a while? Yeah, for a while on some of their last few seasons, yeah, it was. You have good players, but they're not the same level like when he was with the Heat and he was playing with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. It was like all three of them were on every night. You could. And then they added Ray Allen, who could hit threes from, the nosebleed seats. It was like a show every night. And then with the Lakers, it was, well, let's try to fit this guy in, try to fit this guy in, try to fit this guy in. And nothing was really clicking. So I think it's harder to do now, but at the same time, you just don't have the players that want to really get into it. I'm not saying they don't play hard. They just don't have the aptitude to read stuff anymore.
I mean, I
guess sportsy, but
yeah, it is getting sportsy. I love living in Orlando, despite
let me ask you this.
traffic. Okay, oh Lord.
If you won the lottery, would you buy the Orlando Magic and try to fix it?
No.
No?
I'm not wasting my coins on the Orlando Magic. Not when I could go build something for the homeless or something. No.
I mean, look at what the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban did. He bought that team in the early 2000s and then ended up winning a championship in 2011.
First of all,
and he's a computer guy. He didn't even know basketball. He just was like, I got the money. I'm going to go buy the team.
I can have all the coins in the world. I'm not buying the team, baby.
No?
I ain't got time. Because
it's a good investment sometimes. It's a good investment.
Okay, but then what if they still don't win anything? Don't go to the championship, then what? It's a waste of coins.
But it still builds some value. There's never been a team that ever was bought at one price and then sold at a lower price.
Right. That's true. So but you would have to spend a lot of coins and then you have to revamp everything. to
You got to
get it
get good
with
management. You got to
right
get a good coach,
good
and then you got to
players.
start finding players.
Right. So
But
it's just
your
like,
management will do that. Like you're just the guy who sits up in the box and watches stuff.
well, I don't even
Like
watch football.
Jerry Jones in Dallas. He just sits there. Well,
I don't even
he
watch
tries to do
basketball
stuff.
now. Why would I want to buy a team?
I don't know, just good investment.
I mean, that's something probably you would do, but
Not just me.
she said she about the Celtics.
Yeah. I mean, that's their value is high right now.
Right. We
So
talk about
you would have to
Celtics
win.
versus
The Magic you could get at a
yeah,
discount,
yeah.
and if you could build them up, you could sell it later for a really good profit.
I don't
But
know. I just don't. I love Orlando dearly, but I just don't think the Magic's hitting on nothing right now. I
oh
done
no,
been to a couple of games, and every game I done went to, they done lost. So it's like, I ain't got time for this. So it is what it is. Hopefully, so you think people gonna have something against the Kia Center? Because it's not a grand name. Like Atlanta got the Mercedes Benz Stadium or whatever the case may be,
oh
and
yeah, the Mercedes Benz. I think it's a Superdome.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
probably
New Orleans
Superdome.
gave that up.
Um,
I
uh,
mean, it's no Madison Square Garden. It's no Fenway Park. It's no Wrigley Field. It's
right.
no Dodger Stadium. But I mean, it's not the worst. There's a stadium in Louisville, Kentucky called the Yum Brands Stadium because Yum Brands owns KFC and a couple other restaurants, but they're all under the banner of Yum Brands. Yum. So, not the easiest to think about.
Right. I mean, well, I hope.
There's the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona for the Arizona Cardinals in the football league.
I
It's
mean,
like named after a school that isn't even really a school.
well,
So,
I guess we got to give kudos to Kia for stepping up to the plate and buying it or supporting it or whatever they got going on with it.
I
Let's
just
just see
hope they
how it
didn't.
goes.
I just hope they didn't put like big chrome letters on the side of the building because when that sun hits it, man, these people on I-4 are gonna be smashing into each other.
So, okay. So, what makes you think? Why Chrome? Why Chrome?
Well, they put their chrome lettering on all their cars, so you think you'd put the
Yeah.
same emblem on the building, and then boom, there's 10 car pile up downtown. Now everybody's stuck for an hour and a half.
I know that's just because. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're gonna think it
crazy.
through, with the
Yeah,
lighting and all that to
just
make
put some
sure.
flat
Um,
white lettering up there.
but the I guess Kia Center is cute lit up at night. I really like it from the view of I-4.
Right.
So, well, we'll see. I mean, time to tell. I mean, it should be going up pretty soon. They done made that big announcement. So,
I think they got the side done. We'll have to see how the roof looks. It's just weird to say the Kia Center. It doesn't roll off the tongue like other stadiums. Like even M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. At least it sounds right.
I think we just got to get used to saying it. That's right. Once you get
Lincoln
used to saying,
Financial Field in Philadelphia. That's got a good roll on that. Now you got me thinking about all these stadiums around the country
yeah,
now. I'm like,
just
wait a
let,
minute.
just let it go. It's gonna be
Okay,
okay.
hold on.
Hopefully, they be successful in their upcoming plays and all that. I mean, I don't know. Every
I mean,
time they got big supporters here in Orlando, I give them that because the people come out and support the soccer stadium, the basketball. They support all that,
right.
and win, lose, or draw, they're gonna go back and support again. So it is what it is. I'm not a Magic fan, but I go if it's free. I
Hmm.
have went, but It's nothing I'm like, ooh, I gotta go. Someone mentioned it, I'll be like, okay, whatever. I don't went probably like 3 or 4 times. You know,
That's not bad.
not 3 or 4 times. And then I actually got into it once I've gotten there. So and then, it was fun to me, but just to say, oh, I'm gonna go to the basketball game, I'm like, uh-uh. But if you say, hey, let's go to the basketball game, I'm like, okay, and when I get there, I get into it. But
Mhm.
baby, the prices at the concession stands is not cute.
No, no.
It's
Have you ever
not
seen
cute.
a hockey game there?
I never seen a hockey game.
I went to one Solar Bears game there. It was a pretty good game. It's pretty fun.
Wasn't it cold in there or something?
No, it's not cold. I don't know how they do it, but they're able to just keep the floor cold.
Uh-huh.
And you can just wear a regular shirt. You don't
Oh
really need
wow.
an overcoat or anything. And
Okay.
it's pretty comfortable in there to watch it. It's fun because the kids are younger and it's like a double A league or something that they're in. So they're trying to make it to the big leagues. So they play a little more hard, a little harder, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks a lot better. So if you can, and tickets are pretty cheap for that. They're not bad, like $20 a seat.
Oh no, that's real
So
cheap. So how do you
for events and stuff, that's not bad.
overall, how do you feel about the Orlando itself? The city beautiful itself.
Okay, so I thought about that because I'm looking around at possibly a new place. So I would say it's growing a lot.
Yes, it
They're
is.
building a lot, but I don't think they have the infrastructure built in to handle all of it. And they're trying to play catch up on it, and it's not going so well. So if you do want to move down here, just be prepared. There's going to be traffic. The buses run a little funky. The train runs a little funky. And they're trying to work all that stuff out. I know they got the Bright Line train to Miami now. That seems to be running pretty good. They had some pretty high ridership for last month. So it seems to be taking off. But all the other stuff, roads and getting somewhere, and it's not quite where it should be. So it's not as bad as LA. You're not waiting 3 hours to get somewhere,
Right,
but
right.
it still
And it's
takes a bit of time to get around here.
yeah, it's not bad as Atlanta either. So
Yeah.
I guess we just need to shut up and deal with it because, and I just hate the traffic. Anyways, that's one reason why I won't move to Atlanta because of the
Mm.
traffic. When I go visit, it's just like it's just horrible.
Oh,
At night,
you get
not so
slammed
much.
downtown. Yeah.
But now, if I won the lottery, I would win. I would move to Atlanta because I ain't got to get up to go to work and all that. But because I ain't got to really deal with the traffic. But
Right.
I mean, it's enough here dealing with the traffic here. But I don't have no issue going to work. Is coming from work. It's the
Mm.
issue with me. So I mean, I love Orlando. It have it's a lot to do here. It's very entertaining and a lot of entertainment, but you just got to get out there and do it. But for the most part, I love Orlando. I mean, it's not bad. But like you said,
Mm.
they trying to play catch up with all the people that want to move here to Orlando. That's the problem. So I don't know.
Right.
Now we
So let
gonna
me
put
ask
them
you
down too
this:
bad. Okay.
thinking about where to go and how to get there and stuff. Do you ever drive around and look at Christmas lights? Is that something you do anymore?
Not no, to be honest, no. When I have my grandbaby, yes, like I have her this weekend, so I would
Mm.
definitely take her to see the lights and stuff like that. I know a couple of areas that, because I think it's fun to get out there because that's what Christmas is all about. I know you got a lot of homes that win contests or awards because of what they have done to their house. I think it's amazing how they transform their house just for Christmas. So I will with my grandbaby, but if I didn't have her, I wouldn't ride around and look. But since I have her, I do it this weekend. So, cause that's something she like to do. So,
That's good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then hang out with her, see what she want to do. So we'll see. I like Christmas. I mean, I love Christmas. We just have to see how it go.
If you don't
I
want to
just go with the
drive,
flow. Huh?
just if you don't want to drive, just type in Christmas lights on homes in a search and just watch all those crazy videos.
Well, I think
Some of them are insane.
I
These
know,
people,
but I like. Okay, I will do that, but with my grandbaby, it's best to do it in person.
right?
Because I love her reaction. Papa, look. But then, she'll be like, well, Papa, when you gonna get a home and do this? Like, Papa is not gonna get a home and do that. I may get a home, but I'm not doing all that. So that's her mentality. But
Mm,
I think it's better in person, and it's cute to be to Google it and watch it because it's just amazing what individuals do with their home. But yeah, we'll see. We'll
yeah,
see.
my sister's got like I think 12 or 15 different blow up things in her front yard. So yeah,
Really?
some people really get into that and do all that stuff.
So
Yeah,
what's
she's
the
got a ton of
average
them. It's
light
insane.
bill? What's
Oh,
the average?
I didn't even ask. Wasn't even trying to bring that up.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's probably
I
about
mean,
3 times your normal bill.
that's foolishness. I mean, I guess it's once a year, so some people just bite the bullet and just go and do it because that's what they love to do. I know you have a lot of people that really, really get into Christmas spirit, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you can afford it, by all means, go out with a bang. But even if I can afford it, I don't think I want to do all that. It's just too much work. It's just too much work. So, and I love decorating, but that kind of stuff, no. I just now I would pay somebody to do it. You
Oh, there
know,
you go. Yeah,
I pay somebody to do it, but me doing it, like, no, I ain't got time for all that. It's too much lights, and you got to maneuver things around, and you got to walk to the street to see do it look okay. Then you got to arrange it, rearrange it, and stuff. I ain't got time for all that. And I pay somebody to do all that and be done with it.
climb the ladder up to the roof,
Yeah,
staple everything in, and
yeah, that it's too much. And
yeah,
then you talking about taking it down. Oh my gosh, that'd
yeah.
be a headache to me. No, I just rather let somebody else do it and be done with it.
Oh,
So,
all
well,
right.
how time flies. So,
Yes.
are you ready for the weekend?
We're pretty ready. We're gonna have a Angriest Man show, Angriest Man in Orlando show tomorrow night, and that's probably gonna be the last one for the year. So tune in for that. Everybody pretty much has worked out when everyone's visiting with everybody. So
Okay.
I think we're good for Christmas. We'll see how New Year's goes, but we're pretty good on the Christmas schedule. So what about you? Everything
Okay.
all set?
Not
What
all
you
set
got to
because
eat?
I think I gotta we haven't even made out the menu. My family,
Oh,
we be last minute, but we get it done. We get it
okay.
done. So I just got to find out tomorrow what I'm gonna be cooking for the Christmas thing, and that's it. And I got to get on I-4 tomorrow, which I hate. I hate I-4. I hate it with a passion. To go to Tampa, pick up my grandbaby, but she's worth the drive and the wait. So
Right.
other than that, Anthony and myself would like to say thank you to each and everyone that support us, have tuned in. It's Christmas weekend. Go out. Don't get broke buying gifts. Just, let your kids understand that, hey, bills still got to get paid. Don't go broke for anyone because you know how that could be. Pay your bills still, and then worry about how the kid gonna get something later on down the line. Make it up to them. But most important, sit them down, let them understand that hey, mama can do this, but I can't do that. Because I think it's
Right.
important to talk to your child or children and let them know the kind of situation you in, and then they'll be more understanding to
Right.
what's going on. Because if they don't know, then they'll be upset. But if they know, it's a better understanding between you and your children.
You can always just sit everybody down Christmas night, just throw our show on. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
So
that's a good one. That's a good one.
there you go.
Well, I would like to personally say good night to everyone and Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays. What about you, Anthony?
Have a safe and wonderful Christmas, and we hope to see you back here next Thursday. We're gonna do a year of 2023 retrospective, the good, the bad, the ugly, and what we think 2024 is gonna be. So tune in next week, same channel at 8 o'clock, and it's gonna be fun. It'll be memorable. It'll be memorable.
All right, a recap of what's been going on. All
All
right, good
right.
night to each and every one of you. And never forget, Anthony and I, we love you for free and good night.
Good night, everyone.